Hey guys, so coming towards the end of my ride here. I got about 3 miles left, and then I'll hit my 10. Oh, let me turn my music off here. Come on, turn off. Hang on. There we go. So anyway, finishing up my ride here. I got about 3 more miles of 10 to go, but I wanted to kind of make a point here. So I went for a ride. Hey, evening, Rose. Let me turn this around. Went for a ride today. I decided not to take my pistol. I've got my AR on me. As you can see the strap there, but hey, what's up, Dallas? So kind of wanted to make a point, that it's obviously not the gun that's the problem. I rode my bike with my AR on my back, and let me see if there's anybody around. There's nobody around. So I've got my red and black custom. This is the one I built from scratch. Put all the parts together. Anyway, I didn't take a ride. Obviously, I live out in the country, so I started out in the country. But I went to a very well-traveled road. Highway 36 is one of them. Adams and the Loop here in Temple. And kind of did that for a purpose. Now, the entire ride, keep in mind I'm about 7 to 7.5 miles into my ride. This entire ride, one police officer has passed me from behind, so he definitely saw the rifle and just kept driving. Just kept driving. Well, that proves a couple things. One, guns aren't the problem. If guns were the problem, first of all, everyone would be freaking out, running all over the place, screaming, yelling. Police would be swarming on me. Instead, I've gotten a bunch of honks, some waves, of course the middle fingers, that happens. But one of the places I rode past is, so I was going to go on the trail. We've got a nice bike and walk trail here, Pepper Creek Trail here in Temple. And the city just built like, I don't know, 10 or 12 soccer fields or football fields, whichever. And they're mostly for soccer. And then a bunch of baseball fields. So it's like a big sporting complex now. As a matter of fact, it used to be all pasture, because right next to the sporting complex is where I got arrested back in 2013 by Ermis. Right now, that area where I got arrested is nothing like, it's not even rural anymore. It's essentially the city park, and fields and all that kind of stuff. Baseball fields, tennis courts, baseball, I said baseball, soccer, all that kind of stuff. So I was going to go ride kind of through the park. I decided not to, because it looked like there were a bunch of soccer games going on and a couple of baseball games. And I wasn't looking for attention. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to ride by instead of through, because I didn't know there were games going on until I got there. So instead of just turning into the fields or the park, I just kind of rode past it. But the point is this. Sorry, I'm going up a really steep hill right now. The last steep hill till I get home. The point is this. I thought, well, great. I didn't know there were a bunch of games going on. I didn't know, or practices, whatever it is. So here I am, riding my bike with an AR-15 on my back, going towards where all these, what I assume are kids, I don't know. Oh, that's good. Excellent. CPS needs to be abolished. Anyway, hang on a second. Let me get to the top of this hill. I need to conserve my breath. This is a really steep hill. I'm almost there. Don't worry. You don't have to listen to me breathe for too long. All right. So, I'm not going to turn around. Ill will. I'm not a threat to anybody. Pretend that I am just because I'm lawfully armed. I'm going to go about my ride as I intended and not bother anybody. Now, whew, that's a big hill. All right. Okay. So, I went by, and just as I was going by, apparently either one of the practices or one of the games was over, because a lot of cars were lined up at the intersection to leave the park. So plenty of people saw me. I can coast now. Plenty of people saw me with my rifle. The police saw me with my rifle, but you know what they saw? They saw a man with a gun that wasn't a threat to anybody. And some would say, CJ, I don't understand, man. You know, after what just happened, my goodness, man. You know, don't you think that's a little tone deaf? You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should, no. I think after an incident like this has been politicized, to the extent that it's been politicized, you need to take the political message back. And the only way you're going to take it back is by showing them what a good guy with a gun looks like. Showing them that it's not the gun that's the problem. Oh, sorry. I got to get this thing tightened up. My little mount here. Here, watch the other way. You don't need to look at me anyway. I'm ugly. This is prettier. Let's see. There we go. So that's actually the exact time. You know, when there's a really bad car accident, we don't tell people to stop driving at all. When there's a nasty forest fire, we don't tell people to stop cooking their food. So why should we stop exercising our rights just because somebody abused those rights? No. And you know, I would definitely understand about, you know, minimizing exposure because of those that were killed if the issue wasn't so politicized. You know, I don't mind mourning with those kids and the families of the ones that the kids that didn't come home or at least came home lifeless. But when you start making a political issue and you say that you can make a political issue against guns, but I'm not allowed to make a political issue for guns, sorry. I'm not buying into that hypocrisy, and no gun owner should buy into that hypocrisy. We should never back down. When the left is out there screaming and yelling about guns being the problem, so you go out there doing the exact opposite, saying guns aren't the problem and showing them, you know, when they start saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're carrying a gun. Don't you realize, you know, in this day and age, you're going to scare people? Sorry. You politicize this issue, not me. Not me. And so, if we're going to politicize it, we need to get out there. Those of you watching this, listening to this, now's not the time to be silent. Now's not the time to hide. Now's the time to be active. Find people in your neighborhood or in your counties or in your cities where you live that agree with you. Get together, do a rally, do a walk, even if it's just 2 or 3 of you. Do a bike ride like I do. Take some signs. Defend open carry, defend gun rights, defend constitutional carry, defend law-abiding gun owners, defend the right to own an AR-15 by carrying it and showing them that we're not the problem. Now, be mindful. Obviously, everyone's going to be watching you, so, you know, do it right. Don't be threatening, don't be intimidating. Don't wear, you know, obscene clothing or clothing that, you know, is going to turn people away, because you want to turn people towards your, you know, you want them to be able to talk to you and yell at you if possible, so that you can yell back and get your point across. But the left is out there. They're in Austin. This Friday, you're going to see a bunch of sheep out there wearing orange for gun safety. They wear orange for gun safety. So you need to go out there and wear orange for gun rights. I've got a shirt that, it's an orange shirt. I wear orange in support of the 2A in gun-free zones. So, anyway, that's the point I wanted to make. Just want to tell you all. Let's see, what's this? He needs to defend his bike. Yeah, by putting some lube on that chain. Yeah, I know. You should see it. It looks really bad. Looks really bad. It's terrible. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing, man? Let's see. I'd be a lone wolf here in Dallas if I did this bike ride. Dallas count as weak. Hey, look. I'm out here by myself riding. You know, I'm out here riding by myself in a place where I was arrested and nearly killed because a cop put a gun to my head. But I guarantee you there are people in Dallas County that believe the way you do. I guarantee it. And if not, go out there and find them by carrying. Go out there and go on a bike ride. Strap that rifle to your back. And look, let me tell you, it's not exactly the most comfortable. It's not bad for me. I guess the way I carry it, I don't know. It's not that uncomfortable. But you got to do it, man. Don't let the left win because they make you think you're outnumbered. You know, be that Pied Piper. Go out there with that pipe, blowing your tune, and get the other mice to follow you. Just don't lead them to destruction. That's all I ask. All right, guys. I'm going to let y'all go. My 10 miles is up. I love you all. I love this freedom. I love this country. Most importantly, I love the great state of Texas. You guys take care. Be safe. And above all, be free. Later.